Oh, hello. It's been some time. I'm waiting for it to finish saying sending data. I know usually it starts recording right now, but I always double check. We are playing today. We are playing the Foglands. So I actually had to record this. So this one's different because this came from my PS5. Sorry, PS5. So I had to record this and then play it. And let me just tell you the story. So I was trying to do this yesterday. It was a busy day. You know, Mondays and Wednesdays are usually the days that I do that. But yeah, it was just crazy. I had Lil Cypher and he was so excited watching his TV shows. He was grabbing the microphone, and then I also found out that it wasn't even recording me to begin with. So I'm still just getting a little bit more proficient at when it comes to recording PS5 gameplay. So y'all just bear with me. But with the PS5 gameplay, I'm just going to talk over my actions and give you my thoughts on the game as I play it. Only got a chance to play it for a little bit because, like I said, this was pre-recorded and I was playing it from yesterday. But without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. This is the Foglands. Also, hopefully the audio isn't too crazy. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. We'll see. Alright, it's coming in now. Alright, folks, this is... Oh, wait, let me do the Ahoy Maloy. Ahoy Maloy! Welcome back to CPG. Today, we are taking a look at the Foglands. So, let me give you a little bit of history about what the Foglands is. This released October 31st, so this came out Halloween. I know I'm late to the party, as always. That's called Dad Gamer Life. So, about the Foglands. Run into the unknown, fight monsters, scavenge loot, and try to make it back before you are swallowed by the fog. The Foglands is an atmospheric roguelike adventure where you'll discover new paths and uncover old secrets. Now, if you know anything about me, you know I like roguelikes. Those are my favorite genres. Whoa, wait, that's a lie. My favorite genres: open world, third person, modern day games like a Grand Theft Auto. Anything that's a Grand Theft Auto adjacent, clone, copy, any type of way, that's my shot. I have been enjoying roguelikes because it allows me to do short runs. So that's what you're going to see here today. You're going to see a short run of me just trying my best. But like I said in the preview part, the part that might get clipped out later if I ever get a chance to go back and edit and clean these videos up, I was holding DJ. So while I'm playing this, I'm holding DJ and he's grabbing the cords, and I had the headphones in my ear because the TV I'm plugged into, and it would wake him up, and I didn't know if this was a scary game. And it's scary. It's reasonably scary. It's not too scary. Let me tell you why. Hold on. I don't want to interrupt it. I'm talking.
You ever smelled your palms after touching iron or copper? It hits you like a wall down there. That stale, clammy air. As if the metal itself was rotting.
Down! Up here! Howdy, partner. Glad this old course washed up here. You know how things move around in the fall. Now, looks like you can head to the... Guess that'd be your left, if you want some practice running the course. Or head to the right to get right to the elevator to the mines.
Alright, so what I was saying was, I completely forgot actually. Little Cypher, he was just having a great time chilling with me. He was watching, I think I had on Miss Rachel or something, sensory baby stuff.
Whoa, that's
So he was chilling.
quite the drop.
Oops, should have warned you about that. No turning back now. No way out but forward.
Right.
Now what I do like, I like that the game has voice
I remember
acting.
going through this myself when I was a youngin'. First part's all basic agility. Should be no problem for a young man like you.
I'm a big fan of voice acting in games, whether you like the voices or you don't like the voices, whether it's supposed to be a silent protagonist or not. I don't really enjoy this silent protagonist trope. I can put myself in the game and still have whatever voice that character has. So I like that the fact the game has voice acting.
Time to test your arm. You work with your hands. Probably got good hand-eye involvement. Them bridges out there can be lowered with good lock.
Now, this is just first impressions, this is not final review because again, I'm not far in the game, but what I will say just about first impressions of the game, the controls, they don't feel as tight and as fluid as a shooter, because I'm playing a shooter roguelike. It's called Battle Shapers. I'm playing that on Steam, and that is a shooter roguelike, and that one feels really good. This one feels a bit more, I don't know how I would describe it, floaty or sluggish maybe. Like, it doesn't feel as tight. It feels like, okay, I mean no insult or disrespect, but I'm just trying to get you to understand it. It's like someone programmed it in maybe like an older version of Unity or Unreal Engine. Like, I think they have Unreal, they have Unreal Engine 5. I did say there's like Unreal Engine 4. That might just be because of the graphics, but it just feels like the controls are basic PC controls. Like, okay, you can go forward, you can go back, but it's not 90, 120 frames or hertz. I don't know, it just doesn't feel as smooth as compared to a Call of Duty. Now, it needs
Marion,
to,
it's all boarded up.
You got 2 fists, don't you?
not that it needs to, because it's not Call of Duty, and that's perfectly okay. And that's a different budget. Millions or thousands of people work on that game versus how many people are working on this game. It didn't feel as tight. Of course, I got acclimated to it, but it was, you could say, whiplash. Not whiplash, because again, I don't mean to insult, because I like games in all forms of art, whether they are good, bad, or mediocre. I like the attempt. That's just my shot, so I don't mind regardless. But I just want it to be known that the controls, to me, they don't feel as fluid and fast and smooth as something like a Call of Duty, a Borderlands, or like I said, the game that I'm currently playing right now, Battle Shapers. Again, nothing wrong with that. That's just how this game controls and how it feels. Oh, wait, hold on. That's how the game feels. Controls. I do have a slight issue with the controls. I think R1 was to throw your weapon and R2 was to shoot. It just felt weird, and I need some controller remapping. I believe on the PS5 you can remap buttons anyway, but yeah, I would definitely need that in game because I need to remap that whole controller. I was struggling for a bit, man. I forgot which one is crouch. I think it's R3 to crouch, and I'm so used to B, or sorry, not B, that's computer. I'm so used to circle to crouch, so it just threw me off. And again, I got used to it because I'm a gamer. I've been gaming for years, but it didn't feel as though, hey, what's up, Dashy? It just didn't feel as intuitive. And again, I'm not trying to use these review buzzwords. This is not the full review. I did write down some of my notes. I'm actually not even looking at them. I'm just going over what's in my head and what's on the screen. Like I said, so if you're just tuning in, graphically, again, there's nothing to write home about, but it's still, you know, I've seen worse games and I've seen better looking games, so it's fine. It's perfectly fine. The textures are, it's okay. It does, alright, I'll say this. It does look like something that the PS4 could have done. And I see that the platforms this is, now I know why. Okay, I remember what I was going to say. The reason why it's probably not amazing graphically is because it also has to run on PSVR. And I know PSVR games, let me think, is anyone, the only ones I really remember that stood out were Arizona Sunshine, and that's a fun
Still
game.
ain't real accustomed to these
VR,
things.
I didn't buy VR 2, PlayStation VR 2, because I get crazy motion sickness. I own PlayStation VR. Oh, sorry. I did not mean to talk during the cutscene, or during the dialogue, that's my bad. I was ranting. I own PSVR 1, but I could only play it for like 30 minutes to an hour at a time, and I would get mad dizzy. I would need a ginger ale. If you're black, you know what I mean. You need that ginger ale. Don't even do nothing, but it makes you feel like it does something. Dashy, you know, you had that ginger ale on deck, but Dashy also played with the PlayStation VR 1. He played Resident Evil 7. Yeah, because I have Resident Evil 7. And it's fun to play that game, but man, I was dying. It was funny because when Dashy was playing Resident Evil 7, we only got to the beginning because horror games terrify me, to just be honest with you. Just say it. I don't know about for Dashy, but for me, horror games terrify the crap out of me.
Usually I'd give the talk about trigger discipline, but we're a bit strapped for time. Now, Ursa's the engineer, not me. But making doors rely on electric fuses don't seem too wise. But hey, I didn't make them. Toss that there fuse into the fuse box above the door. A lot of doors like this are out there, so better practice.
The one thing I was going to say that I remember was, he said, not gonna lie, I need to run that back and get my manhood back. The one thing I was going to say, he was looking at he was taking so long. I'm watching him play. That's what I like about the VR. I like watching other people play and then mess with them. He was looking at the I'm sorry, I'm trying to tell you the story, not laugh. He's looking at the refrigerator. So if you're ever playing Resident Evil 7 or if you watch gameplay of it, in the beginning, like the earliest parts of the game, you first go inside the house, they got this dirty kitchen. Like it is something that needs a house flipping simulator level. So you gotta go in the refrigerator. Sorry, you don't have to. You can go inside the refrigerator, and inside the refrigerator it's like dirt and stuff. But I just remember him looking in the refrigerator and like tilting his head. Cause that's a cool thing about VR. You can just, if you want to crouch, you just do it in real life. So this game is meant for VR, and that's probably why it's not super duper amazingly graphics. That's what I say all that to say. Control wise, I do not like the default control scheme. I would have rather this be switched around. So that's another just thought, just appearance or preference of mine, I meant to say. What else? So yeah, add some button mapping options. That's all. That'll get you right. Get you right with the scythe. Is that a catchphrase? We gonna add that in there? Get right with the scythe? Nah.
Nice work, kid. Don't get too confident just yet.
Enemies.
You'll see later on in
the video.
But take what you learn here. Stick with me.
The lighting. That's another thing when it comes to visuals and graphics. The lighting, at least in my particular session, it didn't make them look scary, which was fine with me because I'm a punk. I don't need them to be scary at all. So I was like, okay, cool. This is just a shooting gallery, and they're kind of ugly. It's not exactly scary. It's a little bit scary. Like, you see that little fog? Yeah, but it's not too bad.
Wait. Guess no one's around.
So, just one more time. What are we looking for exactly?
Go ahead and grab that there lantern and gun, if you don't got one already, and scout up ahead. Lift's on the other side of these rocks. I've got an idea.
Got it.
I do like the story. So the story I'm intrigued in, and I like the roguelike aspect of it. I couldn't figure out how to get the, like with roguelikes, there's always two currencies. There's like the gold, and then there's the currency that stays when you die. Like the currency, if the gold, you die, you lose it, you gotta start over. But with the other currency, it's like permanent, and you can upgrade your health bar. I couldn't figure out where that was at. I couldn't figure that out at all, where the premium currency was at. So when I did my first run and I died, I was like, dang man, I ain't get far enough. I actually also didn't even know where to go. I don't think it needs a map, but it would be nice if it was a map. That's what I'll say. Like if there was a map, just so I know. Because I figured out where I needed to go. It wasn't extremely difficult at all. It wasn't hard. It just threw me off. I was like, what am I doing? Oh, and if you look on the bottom left of my screen, where the D-pad is at, I could not get those cans and that glass to go away. That was a weird glitch that I had. So I was like, okay, this game is fully released. It's not early access.
Marion?
So that was weird that it has that bug in it. But this is the tutorial level, so it only had that bug during the tutorial. Yeah, once we got past the tutorial, it didn't have that bug anymore. And that little screen that just popped up, I wish I could figure out how to get that screen to come up. I'm still learning. Like I said, I'm only 36 minutes into the game.
I didn't see that. Nope. I definitely didn't see that.
But you see how it's not scary? Like that's not scary. You can handle that. In VR, I'm sure it would be a lot scarier. And then just the preference, I don't need it to be any scarier. For me, for other people, for sure, they need it to be much scarier. That's not scary enough. But for me, I'm cool with it not terrifying the crap out of me. Because I also own Resident Evil 2, and I haven't beat that. And I ain't even gonna lie to you, I'm scared. I'm scared of Resident Evil 2, the remake. It's so good, and it's terrifying. It terrifies me. Damn game scared me. I remember playing that with the lights off, and I was like, oh no, I'm done. First zombie, I was done. No, not the first zombie, because the store zombie in the beginning of the game, I felt like that was obvious. But once you go into the police station, you're going down this dark hallway like this with the fog. There's no fog, but you know what I mean. The power's out or something, and the zombies come. He's slow moving, but no, too scary. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it at all. The sound is fine, like sound design is fine. Visuals, they're fine. Again, like I said, controls are the main thing that I have an issue with. Controls and how they feel. I like this game because you can play it on VR and not on VR. So I'd recommend it if you have a PlayStation VR 100%, because then you can choose whether you want to play it on VR or not. I like that. Like, it's not a one or the other, it's a both. So I'm good with that, and I applaud them for doing that. And I actually kind of would like to test out PSVR 2, just to see if I still get the motion sickness. I would just hope I don't, but you know, who knows.
Everything okay?
No sign of life yet. If we're lucky, we might have caught him while it's...
Marion? Marion!
Oh man.
Marion, seriously? Where are you? Oh no.
I was hoping.
Whoa!
Oh!
Well, look what the fog dragged in.
Hello? Am I?
Dead. What'd give you that idea? No, you ain't dead. You almost were. But I reckon it'd be a real shame for things to end that way, don't you?
Yeah, but who are you?
I'm just a friendly stranger who happened to be riding by in your time of need, my friend. Saw what happened back there. That worm's a nasty piece of work, but it ain't unkillable. I see great potential in you to become a real legend in them Foglands, with a little help from me, of course.
And I knew from the look in that devil's eye, he already knew what would happen next.
So I'm gonna help you make it happen. See, this little train and I saved your life just now. Should misfortune find you on your way to kill that worm, I'll make sure we pick you up before the Reaper comes knocking. At least until that worm's dead. Then I gotta revoke your ticket. Folks up top wouldn't like it if I gave out immortality as a charity, now would they?
What's in it for you, anyway?
I don't like it neither. But you got more things to worry about. This worm's shaking the structural integrity of your whole settlement, ain't it?
But what if I say no?
Oh, you just worry about killing that thing, hmm? It's a win-win for us both.
Very suspect. Very suspect. I'm looking for other options, man. It ain't no other option. I'm trying to punch him out. Like, no, I don't want to shake your hand, bro. Look at his creepy eyes. It's very Day of the Dead. I love the creepiness to it. And the soundtrack. The music is real good.
Now, what do you say? You're an honest man of your word like me, ain't you? We can consider this a legally binding verbal agreement, don't you think?
Don't have much of a choice here, do I? Guess I say yes. Now, you're gonna tell me.
It's been wonderful having you as a passenger today, Jim. But I think your stop's coming up.
Hey!
I'm not gonna lie, I do like playing the horror games on live for y'all. Playing them on my own time, I probably just
Ow.
put it on easy.
My head.
For real.
I said I'd keep you from dying, kid. I didn't say it was gonna be painless.
As a matter of fact, I want to play Resident Evil 2 again now that I mentioned it, because graphically that game's amazing. Gameplay wise, it controls good too. But I'm definitely going PC now. I'm gonna find a cheat code that gives me like extra health, unlimited ammo, something that make me feel less afraid. Not even gonna lie, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, well, that was right quick. I didn't even hear you come in.
Yeah,
Tell Marion to stop dragging his feet. I made us a cake to celebrate. Ain't even cooled yet, so I ain't asked it, but...
I could tell she knew.
Jim? Where's Marion?
And when I told her about the worm,
Jim, what?
I know. I'm gonna do something.
We gotta. We had the biggest quake yet while you were out. Must have been when that thing... You know. Make matters worse, the lift y'all took on the way down's been squished to the size of a drinking straw. So, you'll have to take the long way round next time, I reckon.
Okay, that's okay. Don't worry, Ursa. We can do this.
Good. Because I think we have to. Now, let me know what you want, and I'll fix it on up for you. What am I gonna do with that cake?
Hey, Ursa, do we still have to log all my loot in the manifest?
Ordinarily, I'd say yes, but circumstances being what they are, I think it's okay if we just give them a lick and a promise. Perfectly kept books ain't gonna matter if we all die in some kind of cataclysmic structural collapse.
Always the optimist, ain't you?
You know me. Always gotta have something to worry about.
Like I said, still looks good. You see those gears? I couldn't figure out how to get the gears or how to get the those little potions. I think it's the gears are like the gold. I couldn't figure it out. The tutorial, I didn't get that far in yet. Yeah, see, the gears I believe are like a one-time use thing, and then the potions, those are the ones that give you, see right here, the permanent upgrade. So increase your base health. Yeah, 8 core or I core, I don't know, and then increase your damage and throw speed and all that good stuff. So I like this room. So another roguelike game that I play is Dead Cells. This room reminds me of Dead Cells, where you get to see all the things that you've unlocked. I think I first heard about Dead Cells from my friend. He unfortunately passed, Timothy, because he was playing it on his channel.
Something else
And
you
I
needed?
think I saw the game, and at the time I don't think I liked roguelikes. No, because there's roguelikes and then there's roguelites, like L-I-T-E, and then there's roguelikes, so L-I-K-E. So I only like the, I guess, light ones, even though they both get used interchangeably now. But there's one that has a permanent progression, like you saw with the health upgrades. Those are the ones I like. The ones where you just lose everything and you start clean each time, like every single time, or there's nothing that's permanent. I hate those. Or sorry, hate's a strong word. I don't like those. I don't enjoy those as much. Like I think, what's that called? Don't Starve? I don't remember if Don't Starve has any type of permanent progression. I think it does. But I remember Don't Starve, you get so far, you work so hard, try to survive the night, and then you just die. And I'm like, I lose everything. But the point of it is to keep playing, get better, learn, It's just, for me, that's a huge time investment. And I'd be like so scared to lose everything. So those games give me some type of worry.
Did you say
They're supposed to.
okay? This is your first solo trip out, right?
I just don't like the worry.
Guess so.
No sweat. Remember, if you need any advice or have questions about something, I'm right in your ear. Over.
Roguelikes where you lose everything. It's such high risk, high reward. It's like playing XCOM. That's another game I like. XCOM on Iron Man mode. Can't do it. Nope. Not doing it. Can't do it. Won't do it. I know that makes for a good live stream though. It's just once I lose everything, I'll be so mad. It's like playing an old school. Oh, you know what? It's like playing a PS1 game with no memory card. I think I had to do that one time with Ugly Bugger. Yeah, for some reason the music doesn't jump off right now. Like it picked up a little bit, but the sound isn't dumping. Like my gun, it's shooting, it's making sounds, but it's not dumping. It's not boom, boom, boom. Like this joint shit make a crazy sound. Like I hear it, I hear the sound, but it's like, I don't know. Maybe I wanted to be more impactful. So that's what I was talking about with the map, because I got a little lost. I'm like, alright, wait, go this way. Oh, this reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons. The creatures in Dungeons and Dragons that start off as an object, but then turn into a creature, mimics. It's like you think you open in a chest, and then it's really a mimic. You gotta get it. God dang on spiders, ugly, scary looking spiders too. Well, yeah, I need just a little map, not a mini map, just a map when you press like start or touchpad. No more select. We've been got rid of that button. Yeah, I remember the select button. It used to be my shot right there. Start select. Oh, whack, whack. Trying to conserve that ammo. Trying to conserve that ammo. I like the random slowdown. The random slowdown reminds me greatly of Killing Floor 2. Y'all remember Killing Floor 2? And that's a game that has some very tight controls, like nice. See the red barrel? I'll shoot that red barrel. Bang! Got him. Even that explosion was kind of weak. It's all good though. It's all good. blue, just trying to figure out where I gotta go, because the blue tells me, okay, I gotta go there, and now I gotta find one of those energy cores. And now here comes the search, where the daggone door battery is. Just trying to piece it all together. First runs to these games, I'm always a bit confused. So there's runner keys, fog, ichor, something else. Oh, ammo and scrap. The scrap, I don't believe that carries over, so that's like your gold, that dies. But the ichor or ichor, that is your permanent currency. That one carries over to give you those enhancements. I'll find out after I do multiple runs. Get him. Get him. See how it slows down time? I like that. In another. Pop it, pop it. Out of ammo. Yeah, it's got that old school charm to it. So Dashy says, if you're not reading the comments, I'll read it out loud. He says, this game is given the energy of a better rendered Doom game. It's definitely got that. Now, Doom is a game, the original Doom, I did not like the controls for, so I never beat that. That one was a little bit more floaty and fast, though, than this. This one has a slower thing to it. But yeah, this developer probably has some Doom inspirations when it comes to the enemy designs. This one does not move as fast and fluid as Doom, but also the original old school Doom games, you couldn't look up and down. You could just like look left and right and stuff. And those Doom games were way harder and probably more scarier because they were harder. Like with those games, I remember just being like, oh man, I know I'm toast. With this game, because it has a slightly more budget quality, like I'd feel like this would be again, not to insult the game, because I find myself using metaphors a lot in my speech. I'm a writer. This would be like the Walmart version of Doom, and I'm okay with that. This is Walmart branded Doom. This is great value Doom, and I'm totally good with that. Not every game has to be crazy amazing, so again, developers don't take it as an insult. I like the game. I would love to have played it in VR, just scared to get motion sickness. I'm pretty sure it's even sicker in VR. But alright, I will say this. This is great. The sound design, just the things, the hits. It doesn't feel as impactful. They don't carry a thump. Maybe that's what it is. It doesn't have a thump like a. Maybe that's just me. I'm listening to it with headphones on too, so the nice background cowboy western. Get it. It's the enemies. They just, I don't know. It does feel, again, I'm trying to be mean, like a little derpy, just a little derpy. They don't. The enemies should be like more screaming at me, just like that type of thing. I'm describing it over the mic, and it probably sounds dumb. But they do scream. They do scream. So I'm not gonna sit here and say they don't scream. Look how genius I am. See what I'm doing? I'm a genius. This is with no map, by the way. This is all me figuring out. So it's more rewarding, but I hate that. I'm a casual. I need to be told where to go. Not figuring that out. I figured that out, but I'm like, oh no. We don't want that. I need an objective, a waypoint. Hold my hand. Don't you know us gamers, we want our hands held. Like I'm crossing the street. This one was like an old school game, so I give you that. Yeah, in the sense of Doom, this is a better rendered Doom because it does not hold your hand at all. See, that Doom comment was loaded with so much thoughts, because, you know, what do you mean by that? But yeah, I would say it's like Doom in the fact that it definitely does not hold your hand. You're either good at it or you're not good at it. And I am not good at it. At least not right now, because it's my first run. Because when I first played Dead Cells, I think I was a little bit good at that because that has a dodge button. And it's a different type of game. It's a side scroller. But when I played Battle Shapers, which is like this, I think I was probably good at that one too. I definitely didn't understand the currency or know what the story was or know what I was doing. Now that I'm a few runs in, I know what I'm doing. So I know it's the same thing with this. And here's where I died. Dashy said, if there's no mini map in the type to keep clicking the map button at least 20 times en route to the objective, because you got to keep checking. You got to make sure you know where you're going. Like this time I was just looking around the map because I had no choice. It's funny, it keeps track of how many times you reload. I killed 37 people though, so that's my first run. Like I said, with more runs I will get better and I will figure it out for sure. But like I said, map thing, I gave y'all the overall thoughts of it. I like the game, especially if you got a VR, because then you get the option to play it both. Graphically, again, it's nothing to write home about. Sound,
kid, don't let those lunkhead the best of you.
Bit late for that, don't you think?
Here's a tip for next time. If you listen real close, you can hear their dried up little pea brains jangling around in there, like the tail of a rattlesnake.
Alright, so what I said my thoughts
What's
was.
up?
Oh, hold on. I thought she was talking. The mini map not having one.
What's
that's
up?
okay.
What can I do for you?
Controls just could be a little bit tighter. That's all. And you see how none of my scrap came over. So scrap is the temporary currency. So you probably gotta finish a level, like a whole room, before you can come back to see her and then talk to one of those computers and get yourself better guns. But yeah, like it's like Doom. It's good. I'd say if you got the VR, definitely go check it out. And that's the Foglands. And do I have any other thoughts outside of this? No, not really. This was a shorter video, so thank you guys for checking me out. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Okay, love you guys. Bye.